Full battle. What's up, guys? GeorgeTheCloud here. My name is Jorge, aka George. Welcome to the channel and welcome to my life. Today we are going to watch MOKBAY from Japan versus MH from Czech Republic. Full battle SF2 SBX KBB25 Boss Loopstation edition. So this should be interesting. MOKBAY surprised me with his win over Tioneb. In fact, I was shocked. MH versus Just Swede. That was gnarly. That was something else. I did expect MH to take the win though. So we have the first semifinal two, number two. What did I already see semifinal number one? Let me check my playlist here. By the way, this is the new Beatbox channel, so make sure you subscribe. Preferably right now, if you would. If you don't want to subscribe, then I don't know what to tell you. It's a shame. All right. Oh, the first one was Unhinged versus Leonard. Okay. Leonard taking that win, so to the final. All right. So now we have this one. I'm not really sure which way it's gonna go. This one's really difficult to even try to guess, so I'm just gonna let it play out. Grab some popcorn, fill up your water, put your headphones on, and let's go.
Welcome to the second semifinal of the SBX KickbackBattle 2025 Boss Loopstation Edition Season 2. Today we have MOKBAY versus MH. First up is MOKBAY. With 3 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock, I say the 3 and I say the 2 and the 1. In 3, 2, 1, Beatbox.
A mysterious intro here. The chills here.
Time. Round.
If Don't Let Them Know Your Next Move was a loopstation track, that was surprising. He, I think, summoned his inner Tesla or something. I could feel the electricity in the air, like spells being cast. It felt witchy, it felt mysterious in the over there in the loopstation dojo. Man, this was a very strong start. MOKBAY, where is this? How did I? What's going on here with MOKBAY? He's leveling up in real time. I had never even reacted to him before this. I think once, or twice. I don't know. He was flying under the radar for me. I didn't know he was this strong of a looper. Sound design, super creative. It's unexpected. This is for a track. Keep in mind, guys, I'm more of a musical type of person. I react to all types of music genres, stuff like that. So this is kind of like in the other side of music for me. It doesn't have any words, doesn't have any lyrics. He's not singing. Yet it sounds so strong. It's this was a punch. This is how you want to start off a battle. Very, very strong. MH has some climbing to do already.
2, MH. Switch.
MH.
Hey MOKBAY, I'm very happy to battle you because I think you are one of the best loopers right now when it comes to technical side of the loop station. So take care and I hope you have a great second round, my friend. Bye bye.
Oh, he's going the love route. Okay. Yeah, that's a rip. Just sweet right there in the microwave.
And that's time.
This is really, really difficult. They're both, how do I explain it? They're both the same level of quality to me. MH is doing something that like his style has gotten refined. He's really tuned into, you know, this sort of vibe, and I hope whatever happens, he puts out tracks, he starts to, you know, maybe he comes up with an album or something, he just continues his music, because it's really, really specific. And I like this genre, this more like, you know, slow tempo, kind of lo-fi, but still grimy kind of vibe to it. It still hits, even though it's like minimal, but it has the same strength of MOKBAY's track for me. And I know what's gonna happen. I think it's gonna get, you know, maybe underrated, because your first instinct is gonna say like, oh my god, you know, MOKBAY, did you see this track? That was incredible. It was, and there's a lot more hype to it, right? With the different sound designs, the build-ups, and this craziness going on. It feels like more sounds, more like fuller. But you cannot understate MH's round here, and it's growing on me. I remember that when I saw his I think it was his seeding round, where I had him very low, and then I went back and more I was like, wait a minute. And ever since then I kind of like, you know, changed my mind, and I think MH is doing something really great here, and I enjoy this a lot in a weird way. It's not like, oh my god, get hyped up, you know, kind of dance around. Now, in this level of energy, excitement kind of way. I like his consistency. From the beginning, we've seen the same sort of style, which is good. It's not, you know, repetitive. I mean, a little bit, but it's more about the consistency, which is what you want to see in a musician. So in terms of like putting out musical tracks, songs, MH has the upper hand. This is a song, whereas MOKBAY is trying to make an impact. It works for this type of setting, which is why there's a big dilemma here. They're both good, but like I said, I guess in battle format, what we're seeing here, the first half would go to MOKBAY, but like literally it's because of the battle, right? If we were talking like generally what track I would prefer, maybe I would pick MH. If it's for music, I go for MH. If it's for battle, I go for MOKBAY. And I guess we're in a battle, but it's hard. It's hard to pick one here. All right. Second half.
Round 3, MOKBAY, switch!
No counter or anything? Just straight down to business. Who's this cameo here? many people are gonna come in.
What? Time.
Is that the rage? I like the energy of the video. The fact that he kept bringing people in to, you know, build up more hype, and it works. Like I said, guys, psychology is very important in everything. And so the fact that you see more people like coming in, it's like, oh man, there's a crowd, they're enjoying it. Yeah, it's working. This definitely was more you know, kind of vibey with the lyrics. He was singing here, he was rapping, still with those crazy switch ups that you don't expect, the different texture, the different sounds, slowing it down, upwards, downwards, backwards, side to side. He's doing a lot. He's really playing a lot with the loop station. I think his first round was stronger than this one. Still completely different. I think they're both solid, but his first round was, it was like more of like a wow for me. Didn't see any no battle aspect here from the two of them, like no counters, stuff like that. You know, a back talk slapping each other verbally, nothing. Okay, that's fine, but let's see what MH does, and I will give you my brief opinion before the judges go in.
MH, switch!
Reverie.
I was 5, I wanted to be an adult I grew into. Now I'm living in the past. Let's see how much I can last. for wounds to heal. It takes a lifetime to feel seen. Then I was around 13. Something happened, can be unseen. Trust was lost, my hands are not clean. Do I deserve to feel this way, my dear? Hey, I got another feeling for you. Please stay, so we can laugh together, live forever.
Getting the chills.
From all that's going on around you, I'll pray so that you don't have to smile. Truly, you're the biggest smile.
Mic drop
Time.
moment. Oh. How can I put this into words quickly? MH is giving us something different, something new, deep. I'm talking, like quality of songwriting, song building, and it carries more weight, I feel like, than what MOKBAY is doing. Again, both fantastic, both at the top, right? This could be the final, but there's a difference, and I hope people kind of get it, understand. I don't know, could depend on your age. For some reason, I feel like maybe if you're younger, you would go for MOKBAY. If you're older, like me, an old fart here, even though I look kind of young, but I'm getting up there, guys. I think older people would go for MH because of the meaning. It's not always about the hype, the drops, the technical aspect. I think at the end of the day, it's about the vibe, what you get from the song. And this is something I've said many times before on my main channel, that I react to music, right? It's how you're feeling and what the song transmits to you. And just hearing that at the end there from MH, I was like, but literally like mic drop, like wow. Which, following my instinct, I'm gonna say MH wins for me. And MOKBAY did his thing though, right? The first track was so creative, so it was whimsical. Second round, busting out the lyrics, the rapping as well. Unfortunately, I don't understand. I think it was in Japanese, which I don't know, so can't tell you much about it. Whereas MH, was in English, so I can understand. It was telling a story. It was about life. It felt personal. It felt kind of dark. Even it's like a reverie, like a revelation from him to tell us. So it was like a deep personal story there, and that is powerful. Even though if you want to get down to it, what about the beat? What about the instrumentals? Like what's going on? Sure, it was simple. Let's say in parentheses, not a ton of layers, not a ton of like switch ups. Like, oh my god, look at these crazy melodies, or what effect is he using there? Whereas MOKBAY is trying to do that, and I think this is a good example in a battle. Whereas, I think there was more soul in MH's rounds, whereas MOKBAY was more about the umph, the tech. Like I know the loop station, I have it. Look at what I can do, and both are fair approaches to the battle, to each their own. But I have to say, you know, from my personal take and, you know, how I see music, I think MH takes this. I don't know how people are gonna, you know, see it. Are they gonna agree? Are they gonna, you know, really appreciate what MH is doing here? I would hope so. In terms of the judges, I think Robin is gonna connect a lot with MH. I think Biscuit is gonna connect a lot with MOKBAY. So Christoph is going to be the deciding factor here. I really don't know who the judges would vote for, but just my hunch at the end, I didn't know going into the final round. I was like, this is very close, but my heart and my instinct is telling me MH deserves to win, so that's what I'm going with. Okay, let's look at the comments here. It's kind of long, but yeah, I'm very curious. Right, and I think this is the best battle so far. It's, you know, it's funny how that works, right? Not we didn't get like, oh, back and forth, oh, you son of a, you know, like that kind of savagery. But no need. The music spoke for itself, and I think this is important here. An important note to make.
I could easily vote for both of them. Wow. Okay, let's go quickly round by round. MOKBAY first round. The video is incredible. The video is so great. It works so much. As always, for MOKBAY, it's so well realized, so well executed. This is so smart. All the transitions, as always. Wow. I don't like everything on this round. I know MOKBAY is an experimental looper, if I can say. Contemporary looper, I don't know how to say.
Contemporary looper.
It doesn't do like the others. And this is a great thing. To have a own personality on the loop station. But in terms of music, a few details are too experimental for me, maybe. Sometimes you have a harmony and a melody and they are not in the same key, and it's made on purpose. Sometimes it's a bit too much for me, I would say. But yeah, I'm reading my notes and I wrote is so strong. Yeah, and there is this high peak on this round with the light and big difference of volume. Wow, this is so powerful. I think I won't have a very constructive analysis. But let's go. Round 2. MH. I wrote que c'est beau, which means in French, this is so beautiful, basically. I wrote also build up a bit long, just a bit. Very MH style, and I love I love so much. This track is, yeah, I can watch this for 1 hour, I guess. His voice is wonderful. It works so much. I just love it. And even if the style is very similar to what he usually do, I don't give a shit. I like it so much.
Hey, there's kids here, Robin. My God.
Different, and I love the track. All right, MOKBAY round 3. The idea of this tempo changes is it's incredible.
Yeah, the tempo changes.
Yeah, so you are used to one rhythm and you go with another one. I don't really know how it did this, but this is very smart. And
a quick point here. I sorry to pause it, guys. I mean, I have to give my commentary, but he makes a good point here. The tempo switches from MOKBAY, they work in a surprise factor, like, you know, keeping you on. You don't know what's coming next. It's like, oh, we're hearing this now. This, like, okay, it's interesting, right, for the ears. Very, like, opposite of what MH is doing, where MH is like slowly taking you through the track. And most music is like that. Most songs that we hear, on the radio or wherever, I like that, no matter what the genre is, right? Because the whole point is to like grab you and kind of keep you there without losing you. With loopstation, it's a bit different. We know the community, or like it's different for us, right? Different type of music, and we appreciate the drops and all this. But as far as like music goes, and like that's fine. That works really. We don't have to reinvent the wheel. Just continue the flow, and all the way until the end. And I think that's what makes different. That's what makes MH like power. Like you wouldn't think it, but it's also a powerful tool against somebody that just continues to make switches. And because imagine MH if he were to counter MOKBAY with a bunch of like tempo switches for his tracks, it wouldn't work as well. The whole point of MH is like, okay, here's the track. Are you with me? And we are with him. I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain, but I hope I got my point across.
Unexpected. And in a loopstation battle, something unexpected, well made, is is a good point, basically. Yeah, I
for the battle.
So impressed about this whole battle. For this round, I wrote genius. Yeah. One thing I'm not a big fan is the singing. I think it's not always on tune. And I have to compare with MH, which has his own voice, but always with a lot of emotions and on tune. And round 4 of MH, wow, the video is insane. The video is great. It's great. The wall is wonderful. I wrote Magnifico.
Magnifico.
And I wrote Tout à fait ma cam, which means exactly what I like to listen. But I don't judge on my own music preferences. It's a loopstation battle. Well, basically at this point, I can really vote for both of them and assume my vote. But I have to choose. On this kind of battles, where for me there is no clear winner, I have to go with details and things I didn't like. And for me, there are few choices MOKBAY made on his 2 rounds that are a bit too experimental for me. It's hard to say, because technically everything is perfect, but I don't judge only on technique. For me, MH is more mature in this battle, and I will give him my vote. I vote for MH. Yeah. I can resume it like the 2 rounds of MOKBAY musically are not mature enough in terms of idea, in terms of surprises. We have everything, but in terms of music piece, I prefer MH. And I feel MOKBAY did few choices that made me a bit out of the tracks in both of the rounds. And this is I'm on details, believe me. It's hard to criticize those 2 guys. But yeah, this is my choice. I assume it 100%. I vote for MH. MOKBAY, you are amazing. I don't know, maybe you will win this battle because I'm not the only judge. But yeah, whatever happened, MOKBAY, you are my biggest surprise this year in loopstation.
Same. See you. Yeah, more mature. I think that's a good way of saying it, which is why I said before in my commentary that maybe older audiences will go more with MH. I don't know, it's just something I was thinking about. And then the other thing he said is he was looking for errors at this point, right? Because it's so hard to judge. It's just music and taste at this point, right? Your preference. So at that point, you have to go for technicality, and it's like, okay, who had the fewest errors? And here's the thing, with MOKBAY's style, since he has so much going on there, so many different tracks, sounds, effects, techniques here and there, whatever, there's more room for error. MH, simpler, cleaner, tighter, less room for error, which means one thing for the other, right? I'm not saying, oh, then, go completely simple at that point. No, but it's like the more you do, then the more people may scrutinize or dislike about what you do if there's so much going on. So that's another point right there. Okay. We go to Biscuit down in the basement, I believe. No, he's okay, wow. Switching it up.
Semi-final 2, MOKBAY versus MH. These guys are built different, man. MOKBAY does things that only he can do and think of on the Mark II. It's insane what he's able to pull out of that machine, and like seemingly out of thin air. It's incredible. And yeah, nobody is looping like him right now. Nobody has the ideas that he has, and nobody has like even the audacity to try it, you know? Super unique, super outside the box thinking. But MH, nobody loops like MH, and nobody could ever be MH.
Nobody sounds like MH.
The personality that he brought to his 2 rounds here, it nearly brought me to tears. It's so honest, and it's so beautiful to see a looper be so vulnerable with their style. It's really refreshing. And the style itself has so much going on, but it's so fine-tuned that it feels minimal. It's really incredible how he's able to take up so much space with, seemingly so little, but there's actually so many details going on, whether it be the vocal chain or, the EQing of the bass, the distortions. Everything is intentional and purposeful. And I think that intention and purpose is what is beating MOKBAY right now. Because MOKBAY can do a lot of crazy things on the Mark II, but a lot of the time I ask myself, why is he doing this? Is this actually serving the music? Is this serving the track? Or is it just a flex? Because flexes are cool, and I'm all for flexing on the loop station. That's my bread and butter. But
exactly. And guys, I will keep... does it bother you that I keep pausing? I'm just a question, but no, it's just they make such good points that I have to... It reminds me of, things that I had in mind. Flex versus intention. Both good, right? Both things you want to have. But I think intention is like... It's important. It's one like you want intention and not just doing it for the sake of it. Oh, am I gonna throw in this effect just because, to throw them off, or because it sounds cool and crazy and just to show you that I can do 10 things, or have a purpose? And that's the word I was thinking in my head with MH. His tracks have so much purpose aside from what he said, honesty, sincerity, and making yourself vulnerable. In a loop station battle. Who else is doing this? In fact, people would think the opposite. No, I'm gonna... what vulnerability? I'm a monster. I'm gonna take you down. I'm gonna destroy you. Like that kind of mentality. So MH is just it built different. But yeah, good points.
But the loop station, that's my bread and butter. But you can't do that against someone like MH, who is going to come with a full-fledged composition, and it's going to make you feel something. You're never going to ask why you're feeling it. You know exactly why, because MH knows what emotions to pull out of you. Like, wow. Both rounds of MH just hit right in my heart. Big
right
up to MOKBAY, incredible technician, but my vote goes to MH here. Big up to both of you guys, 2 of the fiercest competitors in the game. KBB. Wow. Big up.
Yeah.
Semi-final number 2. MOKBAY versus MH. Holy hell. Oh my god. This was a super fun battle. I really enjoyed watching it and judging it. it's for me not as close as semifinal number 1. I have a clear decision, but I have to say that both of them is pushing the limits in their own way. MOKBAY, from the technical side, the amount of textures, the musical ideas, man, wow. And how he can fit it and just get it from the plastic box is insane. On MOKBAY's side, what I feel that when he plays with dissonance, sometimes it's not well packaged. So sometimes when his dissonance is hit, it doesn't feel like, oh, interesting, but it feels like, whoa, okay, yeah, okay. And I think that's takes a little bit more refinement to create those moments of more like, oh, okay, wow, then okay, well, wow, but especially in his first round, I felt in the first half, the first drop, there were some dissonant harmony ideas that could have been connected better. For MH, he has a crazy recognizable style, and he's pushing that, which is very much playing with this minimalistic approach where he builds layer by layer, step by step, and as a viewer, as a judge, as whoever, you're just hooked from beginning to the end. And he has a really good ear for melodies and being catchy. And yeah, he's taking a big risk by not pushing high energy stuff, but so far for me it paid out, and I put my vote on MH. And MOKBAY, you're damn genius, and I can't wait to see what you're gonna do next. Big ups, both of you. And yeah, much love.
Takes a year to feel strong. It takes 6 months to feel cold. It takes the months for bones to heal.
First things first, we hit the like. I am subscribed, and I have a link of the original video down in the description below. Basically, I said everything that I wanted to say, the judges as well. This is maybe a lesson for you kids. Write this down. What do you do if you go up against a monster? Somebody that is, technical, musical, genius, has all the oomph, the X factor, the skills. I think you go with heart, you go with soul, and with vocals. And that, I mean, the perfect example for that is that battle, Robin versus Frosty. How do you possibly come back from such an epic round as that was of Frosty? That was one of the greatest rounds ever, I would say, in terms of like, boom, like a knockout punch is like one of those, like the drops. Look what Robin did. He came back with the opening up, and it's like, yeah, you go. It's like, and this is getting so deep, but it's like, you can't fight hate with more hate. You fight it with love. It sounds ironic and cheesy, and say what you will, it's true, and it works for everything essentially. So we got MH open up, became vulnerable, brought us something, really almost like to tears, I would say. And if you get close to tears, that's gonna have more effect than an epic drop. So that is that best battle so far, I would say, from the KBB. Excited to see the final, of course. So it's going to be MH versus Leonard. It's, again, clash of styles. That's going to be so good. Stay tuned for that one. Subscribe, and I will see you next time.